Hey everybody, I have a brand new project. Obviously this paper is no longer available. Cirque from Graphic 45. I acquired most of a 12 by 12 pad a year or so ago and never did anything with it until just now. And I created a album inside one of the Graphic 45 staples. This is a 5 by 8 altered art box. It has magnetic closures already, and it has an accordion folded piece. It's 4 panels. And this is what it looks like. It's a good basis. As it is, to me it was relatively uninspiring. And I will walk with you how I used all of this, though, to create this really, really cool scrapbook in a box. I did not alter the box in the art box in any way. Other than to paint and embellish it. You see, go back in tight again. This cover is loaded with fussy cutting. The shiny, of course, is from the cover. The not so shiny is from the papers on the inside. I used stamps to embellish these sides, and then I used papers on the inside. This is a really neat sheet of paper. It had all kinds of words across this about circus. And then on the back, just a little bit of interest. Now when you open it up, this paper is the back of this paper. And so I just built up my page from the back, and then I added a pocket here on the front. And I suppose if this was like, you know, you really did attend a circus and you wanted this, you could put tickets and whatnot in here. I created a little tag from that paper that I used on the bottom and top. This is from the cut apart page. Now this already had magnets in it, but they're not strong enough to go through more layers of paper, or at least significantly more layers of paper. And so, oh goodness, I have these magnets that I purchased off of eBay. They do come from China. They're thin. They're a nice, good size. And I simply just added another layer of magnet on both places. So there are 6 magnets, the 4 that came with the box, and then 2 additional here, so that the cover will stay closed. It opens up again. This paper is not part of the paper pack. It's stuff I had in my stash that seemed to coordinate very well with the colors. I was concerned about running out of paper because I only had a partial 12 by 12. This is from one of the cut-aparts. Because this needs to close, I didn't build up the inside covers very much. Now, this comes out. And this is, again, not from the paper set. It is from old Graphic 45 set of papers, but again, it worked well, and so it ended up being the liner. The first thing I did to this box was paint it white, probably about an inch in from all the edges. I let that dry, and then I painted it yellow, which I watered down to help it go on smoother. You're going to have to practice with that to, just to make it work for you. When it was all dry, I took a sanding block and just distressed the edges. All the way around, everywhere I could get there was an exposed outer edge. Set this aside. Now here's the album I made, and it is still accordioned, but what I did is you can see here, I measured up 3 inches, and I put a mark, and then I went, let me zoom out. Okay, so this is the full width of that accordion fold that I showed you, folded piece that I showed you. And I marked it 3 inches, and I went to the corner, and I used my yardstick, and I drew a diagonal line down, and then I trimmed it off. You can see this is a diagonal line that runs all the way up. It makes for a really, really nice, a nice look. There are sort of 2 feels. One side is mostly blues, and the other side is more colorful. And when you fold it up, you can change this look and feel by which side of the tag you show. So for here, instead of this yellow one, maybe I want to see the blue when it's all folded up. Now, you can change the look of this. It's really, really a fun album. Let me walk you through what I did. All the tags and pockets, of course, had to be created, except for the small ones that were part of the papers. Let's start here. We'll zoom back in again. And these are just 2 little tags I punched from the paper. They can have photos. You could add, type some journaling and glue them on. This is a combination of a punch-out tag from the papers and one I created. Definitely could put journaling here. Now, this is exactly the same way on all 8 pockets, so 4 on both sides. You have this band, and then you have this layer is a pocket, and then this is the full pocket. I used this punch set. It's called Deco Fan. It isn't around the page punch, but I just used the edge. And to create the band, I simply cut a 1-inch strip of paper and then punched on both sides. Here's the full-size tag I made. Again, this one has a pocket, and there's that punch again, and this is from the papers. Both of these, well, all of it is, of course, because this is the one that you could see first if you stood it up, the tall side facing you. I did more decoration on this first tag than I did on any of the others. This goes in here. And then there. Then I just tuck these in behind. These are all basically the same setup, punched from the papers, from the cut-aparts, and manufactured. And the corners are from my crocodile. I have it's from 2 that I have. This one, which is Cloud and Scallop, and I used the scallop side to make the decorative top edge. And this is simply a rounded corner. It's a 1/2 inch and a 1/4 inch, and they're by We Are Memory Keepers, and I use these two a lot. I also have the angle and the photo corner, but I don't use those ever. I think I've used them just a couple of times since I purchased them. Here's the next pocket, again with the tags from, punch-out tags from the paper set. Cut apart, and a manufactured tag. This is really easy to do, depending on how much you embellish. Is going to depend on how much time it's going to take you to put it together. Lots and lots of room for photos and journaling. Now, the other side. This side I did differently than the other side, only in so much as I did it differently. The pockets and everything are all assembled the same. This is done from the blue papers instead of the black. So we have 2 little tags here from the cut-aparts, and large front tag. This is totally built so you can position a photo behind here. tags that are from the cut aparts. Simple tag. And you can see our witch is glued on here. There, the pocket is still there. And here, these are all four of these are the same as the other side was. So you know, we have yellow on one side of all four of these and blue on one side on the other side. You can choose which face you want to see. From the cut aparts, of course. And this is it was a large cut apart. I had to cut it down to be able to use it. Our clown here. So you really need to like clowns to have purchased this paper set. It was a lot of clowns. Okay, and the last page. And there's our clown glued down there. And this is a pocket. And it just folds up like that. So you could put this forward, or this forward, or, you know, set it on its side on a table. Sit on a coffee table, you know, once it's double-sided. It was a lot of fun to put together. It just tucks right in here. As you can see, there's plenty of room to add photos and whatnot. All done? Okay, there we are, all done. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll be happy to answer them, and I'll be back soon with something new.